Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing to this channel. News is just in as we are being told that it is William Samoei Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, who is going to skip Russia-Africa Summit. Have you asked yourself, why is it happening after William Ruto has been always eloquent when it comes to presidents of Africa going to meet only one president in the name of maybe having or rather signing a partnership deal when it comes to development, when it comes to support in any kind of the way that these people always do. Have you realized that again, William Samoei Ruto's relationship with this West country is dimming day in, day out, as they are not impressed the way William Ruto has been always hitting them hard. You do remember when William Ruto was in South Africa, he came out giving a very candid speech that even made the other colleagues stood up, giving him a recommendation that what he said was truly what they were passing through. For example, you saw even when they went to US Africa Summit, William Ruto came out complaining that it was not a good idea for about 50-something head of states of Africa just travel all the way from Africa to go just to meet one president, that is Biden. The same to this Russia-Africa summit. It is just about 50-something of them going to meet only one president, Putin. Which, when you look at even the various issues that are going to discuss there, William Ruto came out saying the only thing they always benefit from, it is only just having photos. This was not a good message to these West countries, as United States of America never came out accepting or rather congratulating William Ruto for that good speech. The same, this was not good with Russia, also with other West countries. But again, at the same time, this is a kind of William Ruto intervention that has been always been supported by almost all African presidents. Something that is going to happen here is, it seems like William Ruto is being isolated. And this is how William Ruto is being isolated. Number one, is there a possibility this African presidents are going to isolate William Ruto? Are you sure they're going to support William Ruto all the way through the course that he has started? Remember, see William Ruto peke yake that has started this fight. Remember that those who are there, people like Nelson Mandela, people like Gaddafi of Libya, different individuals in Africa. They have been in this battle for a long period of time. Some of them have died. Some of them are there. But the truth of the matter is, the fight that William Ruto is venturing into is not a fight that he is going to succeed. Remember those countries where he's just giving his speech on podium saying that we cannot be fooled again. You know, we cannot be frustrated again. And remember, there's several things that these people also assist Africa, you know, when it comes to their partnership, when it comes to business deal, different kind of issues that these people are having a relationship with Africa. When you look at Russia also have that kind of trade deal with African countries. The same to United States of America. That is why we always have US African Summit, Russia African Summit, and others. But again, the President of the Republic of Kenya has been so eloquent saying that we as African presidents, We will not accept. We will not accept this kind of blackmail where we travel all the way from Africa. We are being squeezed in a certain bus like school kids. That is what William Ruto said. In fact, that came after William Ruto came from the US African Summit, you know. But when you look at this Russia African Summit, I don't know, because there is something that Hussein Mohammed, spokesperson of State House, said that President William Ruto will not be personally attending the Russia African Summit. Instead, he will be presented by organs of the Africa Union. Not even his representative, not even his deputy, but African Union organs. And this is something that he said, that it will be now a vice versa. Not 50 and above presidents are going just to meet one president, but they will be selecting 2 or 3 people who are going to represent them. But at the same time, this decision aligns with the stance of African heads of the government, who believe that in order for Africa to engage in a meaningful discussion with global partners, partnership summits organized by external parties need to be reviewed to establish an effective framework for African Union partnership. That was whatever Mr. Mohammed said. And this is also realigned with what William Ruto has been always said. But again, Ruto had been critical of summit inviting African leaders to another place. And recently, he said it was disrespectful to be loaded in buses as though they were school children. That was whatever William Ruto said in, I think, in South Africa. However, himself has attended such summits before and was even used in London last year during the burial of Queen Elizabeth II. That's what is happening. But yet, let me say that he says the skip is in the line with AU Assembly's Decision 762 of February 2020, which says that the African Union or African continent is to be represented at partnership meetings between the Africa Union and African continent and partner country by the members of the Bureau of the Assembly of the Union, as well as chairpersons of regional economic committees, RECs, the chairperson of the head of states and government orientation committee of AUDA, NEPAD, and the chairperson of the AU Commission. Those are the only that should be in that meeting, or rather in that summit. But again, something that you must understand is that, so then when you look at that kind of summary on what is happening, is William Ruto risking himself as the president of Kenya? As you look at the these different presidents across Africa, it seems like William Ruto atawacho komata. It is not going to be business as usual. You know, William Ruto will reach at a time that he will regret, because remember, in a meeting, there are those people who will appreciate you for good speech. But behind the scene, they have a good critical friendship with those people who you are trying to criticize. That's the reality. Not all presidents are equal, the way they think. They will come out and appreciate though, but when you look at their relationship with these people who you are criticizing, they're not together with you. So William Ruto must be very careful. Remember, Gaddafi tried that, Nelson Mandela tried that, and others in Africa. So it is not first time for William Ruto now to come out to tell us that he's going to manage this. I've seen in some people saying that William Ruto now is the president of Africa. he will not manage. If those who could have been the president of Africa all died, or some of them never managed to do that, I don't think William Ruto will fight or will win this battle, because it is not an easy battle. Ladies and gentlemen, what are thoughts? Drop opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your support. Please consider subscribing. Bye bye.